Good morning to Soaring in Faith. I am back out in the sun with it glaring in my face, so I apologize uh, if I'm squinting. But I have a nice little backdrop, the Colorado Rocky Mountains behind me. Thought that would be pretty cool. I have a few people who would like to present, and right now it's just not working out. I think with the combination of the holidays that have come and gone, schedules clashing, things like that, I'm not sure how that's going to look, but until then I will carry on. I have plenty of content to share. I actually had a particular topic in mind that I was pretty excited about sharing this week, and life happened. And now my new plan is to share battling adversity. Like I said, when you have plans, sometimes the plans don't go the way that you expect for them to. As we were preparing to enter into the new year of 2025, I have a mentor. I call him my mentor. He's like a brother, a friend, everything. I love this person. He's very sweet, has been very instrumental with me regarding my spiritual walk, and just cherish him dearly. I haven't really had a strong spiritual foundation since losing my mom. But what happened earlier in the week, which I was also sharing with my husband, maybe a week or two ago, my mentor shared a sermon from his pastor, and the title was "It is Finished." And one thing he mentioned was, as we prepare to exit 2024 and enter into the new year, start focusing on what's ahead and not so much on what's behind, and leave it behind, and with that mindset of it's finished. So I went strong into that. I was like, wow, yeah, we're done. I'm screw the past, it's finished. And that was my motto. And I encountered something to remind me that it wasn't finished. And that was a family member. I have a very close family member who's been sick, and it's just been progressing. And so we have a few setbacks, and then we step forward, a few step backs. And on Friday, I was planning on doing a recording, and that all changed. So instead of doing the recording, I've been in the hospital all weekend visiting with my family member. And it just kind of let me know that this part isn't finished, but I see it as adversity. And so today I'm going to talk to you about overcoming adversity. I had planned on coming out today, this morning, to do a recording, and got the word right before I was heading out that my family member is being released from the hospital today at noon. Thank God. One thing I share with you is that I made up my mind that I was going to persevere through these struggles. And I thank God that I still had that mindset. We can't allow adversarial situations and things that don't align with our goals and dreams and aspirations. We cannot allow those roadblocks in our life. And we have to continue to push through. I went to a conference this past summer, and one thing I remember hearing during this lady's speech who presented was, she was an actress actually, and she was sharing how she had this dream like all of her life, and finally got her big break. And when she got her big break and she was on set, she said that she was selected for a movie. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering from the sun. I apologize. But she was selected for a movie, and there were it involved a lot of hours. So she was on set practicing, cameras rolling, rolling, rolling. And during this time, her mom found out that she had cancer. And she told us that, when you chase your dream and you go after things that you desire in life, it doesn't mean that adversity won't hit you. In fact, it hits you probably a heck of a lot harder. So she is on set doing these recordings while her mother's battling cancer. And she told us how she would get like a couple of hour breaks here and there, and she would rush home to help her mother with, what she needed help with. And then she would run back and jump back on set. And that hit me because I started thinking about how many times I wanted something or I wanted to go after something, and how easy it is for us to just say, screw it. It's not meant to be. I've got this roadblock in my way and I'm going to stop. I was struggling this weekend, and I was like, God, it's kind of like a cliffhanger, if I could say that word, use that term. I was stuck because I was like, okay, the guests that I have lined up aren't able, it's just not working out with their schedule. And I know that my plan is to continue on with various topics that I know will help. But I was stuck. And I was like, God, right now, this is the time that I actually really need to be able to interview someone. What am I going to speak about? And like I said, I had a particular topic in mind, but what was placed on my heart was sharing about adversity, when we all face adversity. So, excuse me, that's mixed with tears and the sun. But I just want to tell you all and encourage you all to be strong. Don't allow any adversity to overpower you or crush your dreams and goals. I don't know, and I'm going to be real with you. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I know that I've always desired to help the world in some way, shape, or fashion. And so I enjoy really being here. And I get excited because I'm like, okay, I know that I'm reaching somebody. And that's what makes me happy. Even through all the struggles and the pain, dealing with my family member, to know that through those struggles that I can get excited about helping somebody else, gosh, for me, there's no greater feeling aside of my family, but with this journey I'm on, I don't really know where I'm going. I just know that I'm on a path and I'm going to go wherever it leads me. So when you come up against adversity, don't stop. And I will still hold on to that motto of it is finished. We can let go of some things that we're able to let go of. We don't always have control of everything, and sometimes things from the past will creep in and kind of try to disturb you or serve as a reminder that no, you ain't finished with me. But it's all about how you choose to walk. You can walk and let it break you down, or you can walk in faith, knowing that this too shall pass. And so I'm in prayer constantly. Constantly. I pray in the middle of the night. I pray throughout the day. Sometimes I'm like, God, is there anything I forgot to pray about? I pray, pray, pray. And that's what I did all weekend as I prayed. And I never forgot about my plan to jump on camera and offer my services as far as sharing stories. So in the future weekends, I have some really cool topics coming up. I want to give you an idea on something to think about until I come back on again. What I had planned on discussing with you before, or not discussing with you because, I'm not discussing with you, I'm just like presenting. But what I had planned on sharing was cycles. That's how I wanted to start out. Instead, I ended up discussing adversity and overcoming adversity. But one thing I would like to leave you all with until I pop back on is generational cycles. When I was a little girl, my mom used to always say that alcoholism in our family is a generational curse. Anger in our family is a generational curse. And I thought those were pretty strong words. And I was like, I don't want to think of it as a curse because I feel like, well, however we think of it, those curses, cycles, they can be broken. And so that's how I set my mindset is, you know what? It doesn't have to be this way. And so I've been striving to break many cycles. Gosh, single parenthood, alcoholism, drug abuse, anger, violence, the list goes on. And if I were to create a wheel of cycles for you in my background, or just visually that you can see, I've dealt with plenty of cycles that I traced back to generations, past generations in our family history. My maternal grandmother struggled with alcoholism, and she actually died when my mother was 13. And her battle with alcoholism was so strong that she left 5 children behind. My mom, her older sister, and their 3 brothers. And I have one living uncle right now, and I'll never forget, he told me that as children, they were called bastards because their mom had left them. And I believe when she first left, she went back to California. When she left, my mom was maybe around 7. So her older sister had to raise her and became like her mom / sister. And my grandfather was old school and kind of like, you know what? You can live out there in California, but you're going to take care of these girls and I'll take care of the boys. So he kept the boys behind and sent my mom and her older sister out to California. And it didn't go very well. And in fact, there was a threat that unless my grandfather sent for my mom and her older sister, that Child Protective Services would be called and he would never see his daughters again. So he sent for my mom and her older sister to come back here. And, they ended up losing their mom when my mom was 13. They heard about it. They got a call down and found out she was deceased. I don't know that part of the story. I don't know if they called out there and talked to their mom and found out she was gone, or if relatives called down here. But they found out that she had died when my mom was 13. And just jumping forward, when I was born into the world, my mom struggled with alcoholism for years. And that's until she gave her life to Christ. But the damage had been done for me when I was little, because I grew up watching my mom consume alcohol and just seeing how bad it was damaging her. And so I turned to alcohol and I turned to other stuff to cope. And it wasn't until I gave birth to my son right out of high school that I realized that I refused to repeat that kind of parenting modeling. I couldn't cheat my son like that. I couldn't be that kind of role model when I already knew how badly it hurt. So I made the decision after becoming a parent to put that crap down. No bottles, no, nothing, no substances. And today I can honestly testify that I never allowed alcohol to control my world as a parent. So that was a cycle in our family. And until I come on again, I just want you, whoever's viewing, think about what kind of cycles you can trace back in your generation that still follow you today. And think about ways that you can break them if they haven't already been broken. Because it's those cycles that hold us back from growth, from full growth. And there's so much in this world to accomplish. But when we struggle with those cycles, it's kind of like an imprisonment. You know, and one way I visualize it is being behind bars, and you got to break loose. And that can involve anger, alcohol consumption, substance use, you know, the self-medicating. People abuse with prescription drugs, you know, things like that. But figure out what areas you're struggling in and see if it's traceable. And if it's traceable, we're going to talk about drawing the line in the sand. Because you don't need anything holding you back. There's too much in life. There's so much that's offered in life. And you don't need anything holding you back. So that's where I will end. And I really love you all. Some of you I may not know. Some of you I do. I have love for people. So I love you all. And no matter how hard it may become for me, I'm going to continue to soar. And I'm going to continue to carry every single one of you on my wings. We'll all soar together. I've spent a lot of time talking to my family, my kids, anybody I could help, even in my professional life. And I've always gotten good feedback. So now I'm reaching out to folks I don't even know. But it doesn't matter because I know that it's an internal gift that I've been blessed with. And I desire to see people thrive, even if I don't know you. So God bless you all. And stay true and don't allow adversity to get in your way. If you encounter struggles, any kind of struggles, whether it be an accident or you injure yourself or you have a family member in the hospital, don't stop serving. Don't stop doing what makes you happy. That's what adversity would like for you to do. But don't stop. You don't have to. Remember, it's a choice. And my choice was to still come out, regardless of whether or not my family member remained in the hospital. I was going to come here and head straight over to the hospital. But now I get to come here and go to his home. So I love y'all. And stay true. And let's work on breaking whatever cycle you've got going on. Identify it, recognize it, and let's do something about it. God bless you all.